salute. Education always continues, and I believe this is another opportunity for us to learn and to advance and really to be reminded of the importance of being educated, understanding your roots. I appreciate Ms. McCarty, I think I mispronounced your name, McClary. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Of reminding us of history. Some of you were in classrooms where your teachers were afraid to teach about African American history. Some of them were committed. I know, even though I was had a major minor in social studies, and so it was one of those things, even when they talked about the test and teaching to the test, I taught, but I didn't teach all to the test because I needed to include the history of all of us in terms of African American studies, Mexican American studies, history. All of that had to be integrated. So I'm going to continue to stress the importance as I speak, the importance of knowing your roots. And I always talk about Black history being 365 days. I came through the time where we had the Negro History Week. We probably started with a day. Then we went to a week. But you had folks who continued to push. And as we hear, I believe it's Frederick Douglass, and I think this is right, the struggle continues. And you can't have progress without a struggle. And so we must understand that even though we're here tonight, sitting at 1500 Marilla, where you are welcome, probably about 80 years ago you wouldn't be here in the manner in which you're sitting now. So hats off to those who continue the struggle. We're passing the torch, and it's not really passing it totally off, because we have to be the model for those who come after us. Youth commissioners, you're here, not only just to eat tonight and take pictures with our wonderful grandmother, our aunt of our African American history, Juneteenth, but you're here to understand the history of how we got to where we are today, and especially with you being where you are today. So it is something that we must fight. We know folks don't want to talk about, what is it, the critical theory.
Race theory.
The bottom line is this. You go to school to learn, but it also is incumbent upon you to learn beyond those four walls of a classroom. And so you have the challenge here tonight to enjoy yourself tonight, to learn, to celebrate. But just know that this is our house. This is our house. And we have every right to be here. We have every right to be a part of the conversation around where we live. And I can't say thank you enough for inviting me to be here. I think I probably have about 30 more seconds, but I don't know how you all are going to work in. See, when you get to be mayor pro tem, you get to take all of these privileges. Not only did we thank you for coming in with the Police Oversight Board, which has been great, but also I just want to say, this city right now has been managed by an African-American brother who is very strong, and I talk about it quite a bit because coming from the classroom, I had an opportunity to see all the different levels of energy and intellectual capabilities and capacity. And I know he shuns me every now and then, but when you have a brother that has the vocabulary, the depth of it, the width of it, I mean, he thinks I'm joking, but I'll stay impressed. And I'm very proud that when he goes out in public, I don't have to worry about if he's going to pronounce the word correctly or if he's going to get his point across. You understand exactly what he's saying when he's saying it. And so I'm very proud to serve in a city where we have a strong brother who knows his value, he knows his business, he's not afraid, and he's not arrogant, and that's another plus. He just goes on and take care of business. But I will take credit for this. I think when Mr. T.C. Broadnax came and we interviewed him and welcomed him to the city, I believe I gave him the name of taking care of business. So I thank Mr. Broadnax and celebrate him for Black History Month, African American Heritage Month. The history here in this city and where you're sitting today at 1500 Marilla is changed because of his commitment to service, but most of all, the E word that was not really introduced until he arrived. And it's all about equity. So thank you so very much. It is because of you, Mr. T.C. Broadnax, that we have, I think, the Police Oversight Board and so many other things. And so thank you for allowing me to share, and I think I've embarrassed him enough, so he may not want, he's shy. He's kind of shy. He's going to kick me under the table. But Mr. Broadneck, just know this coming from my heart. We are proud to have you as the city manager, and understand all of you to know this tonight, that the city of Dallas, according to the charter, is managed by this man right here, Mr. T.C. Broadneck. That's what it says. The city manager manages the day-to-day operation, and it's not the city council. Hats off to all of you in here. Thank you, and may you be blessed. Thank you so very much for coming, and I think I'll be taking up my 5 minutes. Thank you.